Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and if you're thinking about getting your eyes done, the only person to see is Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada. I flew all the way from New York to be here, and Dr. Rothman did my eyes. And all I could say is, it's a miracle. I could see. You see Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada.
From the Strip in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pub Crawl, where each week we struggle to recall our adventures in and around Las Vegas, giving a unique perspective on the best places to tear it up in the entertainment capital of the world. Now, without further ado, here are your hosts, Alicia and David.
Welcome to Pub Crawl, the best source of Vegasy drinky goodness. I'm Alicia.
I'm David, and this week we left the city limits.
We did for once.
I don't think we've done that in years.
We haven't.
But before we get to that,
for an adventure. Go ahead.
Live studio audience!
Welcome! Also, welcome, live chat room.
Live chat room. Before we get crazy, let's get crazy. What movie is that?
No.
Want to get crazy? Let's get nuts. Batman.
Okay.
You ever dance the devil in the pale moonlight? Want to get crazy? Let's get nuts. Cocktail of the week. Let's do it.
I don't like that Batman.
Like Batman?
I don't like the first Batman. I don't like Mr. Blinky.
You don't
he
like,
wasn't the best Batman.
You like Michael Keaton Batman?
Nope, not a fan. Sorry.
Well, at the time though,
he just annoyed me.
I didn't like the soundtrack, the Prince soundtrack.
See, I like that.
I
am a Prince fan.
Even as a Prince fan, it was pretty bad. Black and white, red and green. It's like so bad. It was like, oof.
That was kind of good.
It was forced.
It
was really forced. Now the actual score though, Danny Elfman's score.
That was good.
So we got a fancy schmancy cocktail. This cocktail is so fancy schmancy that we don't even have the recipe for the screen. We're just
we kind of made our own variation of this fancy drink.
Well, we'll explain it as part of our adventure a little bit later in the show on where we learned how to do this fanciness. It's not really that fancy. But explain what we're supposed to do, and then I'm going to do what we can do.
Okay, so I'm looking at a menu that I got as part of our adventure from El Segundo.
Right.
And actually, we were taught how to make a prickly pear margarita.
Prickly pear
margarita.
That sounds as good as it is.
So for this drink, you first need to prepare a prickly pear mix using a prickly pear mix, simple syrup, water, and lime juice.
Okay.
So you make your own little pre-blend, and then you can make your own simple syrup too. But we choose to just buy our own simple syrup.
And we also choose to buy our own prickly pear juice.
Because we couldn't find a prickly pear mix. But so hence we're going to do our own variation.
Right.
And then,
I know why they said that, because they sell a regular prickly pear stuff. You know, like you get at the liquor store.
Yeah.
But like everything, it's probably really strong.
That's what probably too sweet, so you have to water and dilute it.
Juice and water and stuff in it.
And so for theirs, they also have they combine in a cocktail shaker diced cucumber, mint, and sugar cubes and muddle that. And then they add
for our radio audience, I'm muddling that.
He's muddling. Can you hear that? And then you add 1.5 ounces of Cazadores Blanco.
Which I'm adding 1.5 ounces of Sauza cheap tequila per drink, right?
Per drink, right.
So that's 3 ounces. Knowing my math now.
So you're going to go in the shaker.
Yep. Money in the glass that goes into the shaker, yes.
Right. And then 1/3 ounce of Gran Torres orange liqueur.
And since I don't even know what that is, I'm using Contro.
So yeah, we like to improvise here on Pub Crawl.
Orange liqueur. This is still the good stuff. I mean, it's not like, how much of this?
That's 1/3 ounce, so double that.
So that's 2/3.
Yes.
What is that? An ounce department?
Do a shot. Do it almost a shot.
Almost 2/3 of a shot.
You like that? Almost a shot.
Right.
And then you're going to add 4 ounces of prickly pear mix.
And we just went and bought this. at the Whole Foods. That means this little bottle was $5.
Yeah, what's the brand we
Who
got?
cares? It was too expensive.
Let me
It's
see.
really good.
It's really tasty.
It actually is really good.
It's Cahill Prickly Pear Thirst Quencher.
It actually is fantastic. Oh, anyway.
It's good.
Hope that was
So
it.
did you double that?
Yeah.
You put 8 ounces? Okay.
Price some ice in the glass.
Shake hard for 10 count, pour into a rocks glass. And then you garnish with a lime wedge, which you actually brought limes today.
You know why? Because you cut them.
I know.
'Cause
I
you did it.
remembered.
Well, these are some not very ripe limes.
Well, you can't have everything, can you?
And
That looks really, really good.
there we go. Hey, look at. Oh, wait, let me get stuff out of the way. Look how nice that is.
It's so pretty.
You could tell we learned how to do it. You want a straw, my lady?
Yes, I do.
A bendy straw for your margarita?
Yes, please. Thank you.
That is utterly amazing.
It's delicious.
Give us a drunk term.
And
Think of that.
I think it would taste better, though, with the cucumber.
Oh, it would. It would lighten it up a bit.
But
I like it.
that's actually really good.
Love it.
It's quite refreshing. Okay, this week's drunk term is slopjaw.
Slopjaw.
Slopjaw. This is someone who unintentionally spills their drink or their shot down their face.
Oh.
They're too smashed. So
We've seen that.
don't buy your friend a drink if they're slopjawed. It's
got
a
it.
waste of money.
We got a little story about a slopjaw this weekend.
We do.
So let's do a quick station ID. Should we? Is this where we do the? Yeah. Before we do that, let's tell the folks how to get a hold of us.
Tell us how, David.
Pubcrawl@VegasVideoNetwork.com is our email address. That's pubcrawl@VegasVideoNetwork.com. On Roku, iTunes, YouTube, Facebook.
Facebook now.
Las Vegas Pub Crawl. LV Pub Crawl on Facebook.
Did you get Roku?
Twitter. We're the LV locals. The network is Vegas Video Network.
Leave us a 5-star review.
Oh, on iTunes, please. We're the highest rated Drinking Las Vegas podcast TV show there is.
Woohoo! Love it.
Yeah, so let's do a station ID and come back with Pub Crawl Adventure.
You know, one of the things I like best about the Vegas Video Network are the people. There are no divas here. Everyone is exactly the same off camera as they are on.
Hey guys, what's cocktail of the week this week?
You know what? I'll let you know what it is when it's time for you to know what it is. Why don't you get off the stage and get back in your production hole? Oh my God. You know what? And tell cheap-ass Whitney to get us some decent brand liquor. This hobo off-rap crap ain't cutting it. God, idiots.
Totally.
Oh, I'm all right.
And we're back.
There was still ice in the shaker. Well, I was trying to sneak us another drink because this is so good that I knew that we're going to need to do one more. And that's just ready for us when we're ready.
Smooth.
Yep, that's me. See how off camera, same as on. This week's adventure is very interesting because we did this week's adventure, no kidding, and we say we may leave stuff out, we don't make stuff up. We're going to leave a lot out, but this is no kidding, one day.
This is one long day.
This is last Saturday. So Friday night, what did we do Friday night that was so hard to wake up on Saturday?
Didn't we go to the club?
Oh, I played.
Oh, you played, yeah.
Okay, we were at the Vamped and I played. Okay, so that was a long night. And did we go anywhere after that? Or we were just there
No,
forever.
'cause we had to wake up really early
Yeah, so we wake
for
up
us.
at 9 o'clock in the morning. No, earlier than that. Like 8?
8, yeah.
Right, because we went to something that I cannot recommend highly enough. El Segundo Sol. We've mentioned this place on the show before. It's a Mexican restaurant at Fashion Show Mall. Great Mexican food. Well, I don't really know how great it is because come to find out we didn't really eaten there before. We just go there and drink and get the guacamole and the chips and sauce.
We've gotten like the
Street
tacos. And
we get their street.
We get
always
the
do
appetizers.
We do the happy hour. We do street tacos. We do. They have the great cheese crisps that are, I think, the best thing.
They've got like an Italian seasoning almost. They're
Kind of.
really good.
They're fantastic. Anyway, but it's a Let Us Entertain You company. And they own Mon Ami Gabi at Paris. They own the Eiffel Tower at Paris. And then a million places like all over Chicago and the Midwest or something. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, once a month at this place, and we've heard about this forever because we kind of know the manager. They do cooking fiesta, and they do a cooking class in the restaurant before they open.
Yes, taught by the executive chef, Terry Lynch. And it was actually, here's the menu right here. See? And look they give you all of these different recipes. It's awesome.
And they cook. So here's what happened. To explain this, so I didn't know what to expect when we went. I thought we're all going to probably be at, it's going to be kind of goofy, and we're all going to be sitting at a little station. And now you flip your blood, and it's like, oh. But then I found out that we walk in, and it's like, oh no, it's set up.
That's kind of what I thought too.
Yeah. So we walk in though, and it looks like the Emerald Show, but a little bit tiny. It's like there's a whole setup, and then there's
maybe like 25 people there, kind of all
like that, and
tables all around the chef.
On tables, and I thought then I was a little worried because I'm like, okay, now this guy's gonna make stuff, and we're gonna maybe get a bite if we're lucky. Damn it. Gonna find out I was wrong. First off, it's $25 a person. And we'll explain a little more about that. But the weird thing is when we made the reservation, $25 a person, it's $50 for two of us, plus gratuity and tax. So it's like, okay, it's like $30. It
ended up being like 34 a person.
We're like, well,
I was like, well,
eyebrow went up.
We'll try it.
All right. Yeah, let's see. So we go in there. We got the table set up. We all get seats.
That was delicious.
Jeez. We're a little bit hungover, as it is 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning. So there was a point when he was talking that I was kind of had to like hold on to the planet Earth so I didn't fly off. You know that. Like,
well, plus we normally do not wake up that early.
No, I was a little and then and so anyway, the first thing they do, he comes in, introduces himself. We all sit down. It's another hotspot, guys. You're a single dude and you live in this town. Think about what I'm saying here. It's a cooking class. Guess who the whole audience is? Single chicks.
There were a few couples.
But there was a lot of just single ladies there. Another good spot if you're looking for that. And a bunch of couples.
And it's kind of a mingler, too, because the class is scheduled for 2 hours, but after like an hour and 15 minutes, the chef's done. He's like, you can talk. Everybody's just kind of hanging around talking. We split at that point, but
so anyway,
it's a good place
so we're
to talk.
there, and we sit down. The first thing he does, he comes out, gets a volunteer, which I hate the volunteer thing. He shouldn't even bother, but whatever.
Oh, that's fun. It's interactive for people.
But they don't really do anything. Anyway, but I always just spend the whole time, don't pick me, don't pick me, don't pick me, don't pick me, don't pick me. That's all I do. Like this head to don't pick me, and they don't, because I'm like this. So anyway, the first thing to do, they had mercy on us and made us a drink. And I thought, oh no, but they're going to make one drink, and we're not going to get it. But okay, they make a sangria, a white sangria that was killer. The reason I know it's killer is because as he made it, the bar staff made everybody one. So they walked around and went, oh, here you go, here you go, here you go. We're like, yo, my God. So we didn't even drink the one he made because it has to sit for a while. So we all got a sangria. Awesome. Okay, that's pretty good. It was.
We learned how to make sangria. So it was a white sangria with melon and Riesling.
All right. Second thing out was nachos. What? Crab and poblano nachos? Holy smokes. So he's showing how to make them, like the Emerald Show. He's doing all thing, explaining stuff, showing us everything. But as he's
how
doing
to roast the peppers with peppers
the staff comes out and gives us all nachos. And big nachos. For two people.
And I'm already getting full at this point.
Crazy. Next course, prickly pear margarita. He makes it, blends it, shows how to do everything, and the staff brings out just everybody gets one. They had extra. You want another one? Yes, we do. The next course, fajitas. By this point, I couldn't finish them. I did. I just ate all the meat and shrimp. I left all the vegetables. But it was like, I can't believe how much food we're having. It was great. Then they made dessert.
And then on these ices, coconut and mango ices.
I cannot stress enough we're going to do this.
It was so cool.
For $30, then everybody gets a care package at the end. In that care package is twice the size of an airport bottle of Patron Silver. All right, that's like...
And a $10 gift card for the restaurant.
Right, so there you go. So now you're like...
So it's... Geez.
Why wouldn't you go? It was like, oh my God. It was so incredibly cool. I'm so glad we went. Highly recommend. It's once a month. The next one's on... I have it here. I had notes. There they are.
Oh, Saturday, June 30th.
Right. Chef Terry Lynn's $25 per person plus tax gratuity. You just go to their website. And you can sign up. It's limited space.
Yeah, call 702-258-1211 to make your reservation.
But if you're going to be here on June 30th, plan on that. It's early. It's 10 to 12.
I thought I heard that he does something similar for Mon Ami.
I looked it up. I couldn't find it.
You couldn't find that?
Anyway, so from there, What did we do that day?
Then we went to the mall. We went shopping.
Yes, we did.
I got my awesome
sombrero,
giant cowboy sombrero.
Because it's in the mall, so we went up to the mall.
It's the coolest sombrero ever.
Right around.
Yeah. I'm going to wear it to the pools. Yay.
We had to get home and get ready pretty quick because we had to get out to Buffalo Bill's. Now, if you don't know where Buffalo Bill's is, I've never been there. It's at Prim, which I didn't even know what that was. I call it State Line because it's the California State Line.
Yeah.
Okay. So we drive all the way out to State Line. And I say that jokingly because everybody I talked to, my dad mainly like, oh, that's far. It's 33 miles.
It really wasn't far at all.
It wasn't far. I mean, 25, 30 minutes, you're already parked. We go into Buffalo Bill's. There's still 3 things there. There's Prim Valley, Buffalo Bill's, and Whiskey Pete's. We only went to Buffalo Bill's. Was the single crowdest casino.
It was packed. There wasn't even like one open machine in there.
Well, there were one, but if we wanted to play next to each other, no way, no dice. I've never seen a place so crowded in my life. And fun.
The bar was packed.
And the whole bar was full. So first thing we walk in, friend of ours band's playing, or they're setting up to play. Like, oh my God, it's Johnny, it's and Carolyn and some guys. It's a local band in town. They play rock stuff. They're playing or getting ready to play in the like. How cool is this? So we sat down at the bar. We finally got 2 seats only because Drunky McDrunkster gave up the seat because he's like, do you and your girlfriend want to sit down?
He said that to me about him.
Right.
He's like, do you want to sit down? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, does your girlfriend want to sit down? I'm like, yeah, she wants to sit down too.
Yeah.
But then after that, he just kept...
said, yeah, she's got hemorrhoids. She'd love to sit down.
God. But then after that, he just kept harassing us. And like,
well, he started doing
irritating.
Once he realized I wasn't a girl...
Yeah, then he's like...
I don't know how drunk you have to be to think this is a girl.
He saw your back. You were a tall girl.
I do got back.
You got back, girl.
And anyway, then he jumped from I'm a girl to, all right, man.
Who are you? You're a musician. Are you a singer? And it's like,
no, I don't sing.
But then it was like that getting in your face, that
sign my friend's shirt.
And then he convinced all of his friends, this whole group of 7 or 8 people, that he was famous.
Right.
So then they're all just as drunk. They're ordering mind erasers at the bar.
I know.
Like, that's how wasted they were.
I go to the bartender and ask him for
irritating.
help. He goes, I go, hey, I'm
yeah.
This so blew up in my face. Because bartender comes over and he's like, oh, you guys, first off, by the way, in the casino, I think the beers are $2.50 and the drinks are $3.50.
Yeah, they're $3.50. Everything's dirt cheap.
Ridiculous. So we're doing like Coors Lights. Trying to watch. There was a hockey game on this channel. NASCAR was on that channel. Kyle Busch won. I'm trying to watch that.
And the Friends band, so we're watching that.
Yeah, it's like all this going on, and then Drunky McJose over here is like, so anyway, I go to the bartender.
You're like, help me, please.
I'm like, hey, I just kind of give him. He goes, oh, is he bothering you? I'm like, yeah. And I said, yes, he is. I mean, it wasn't violent. It's just getting annoying.
You're like, yeah.
And he goes, oh, do you think he thinks you're somebody? I went, yeah.
And then he said, are you?
He goes, are you? I'm like,
it's like,
what does it matter?
Now he believes it too. It's like,
I go, no. And he went, and I just like Mexico, I said, no, I'm not. And he went, it's for today or not. Dude, get the big drunk dude off me. I don't care who you think I am or not. I'm not, but whatever.
Yeah, and the Mexico thing was when we took a trip to Cabo, San Lucas, and
we shut down the airport.
Yeah, because they thought he was Jonathan Davies from Korn. Everybody, and
they shut down the airport.
It was ridiculous.
I was a little pudgy, and
everywhere we went, it was like, Jonathan, my ace.
I was signing people's everything, their babies.
Like little kids, kids are walking up with guitars and like, can you sign this for me?
Sign my baby.
And after a while, we're like, yeah, just sign it.
Whatever. I didn't. Because
you're the talk of the town.
I think I talked about that in the show. The same thing happened. Look, I'm nobody, man.
But it's the more you say it, the more people...
I know. So the reason we were even in this place, by the way, was Weird Al Yankovic was playing, and that's what we were going to see. So at 8 o'clock, we had to be there at 6 because we had house seats, and you had to be there by 6. Come to find out from Ira, no, you don't really. You could just show up.
Yeah.
But anyway... So we show up, we go to see Weird Al Yankovic. I've never seen Weird Al Yankovic.
It was a cool show.
Maybe one of the best concerts I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen someone that entertaining. Just literally, he should have a show.
Oh yeah, like all the costume changes and...
He should have a residency somewhere.
Awesome.
I mean, it was incredible. I've never seen so many people have a good time. It was in the big arena. That arena's big. Packed, fun. It's singing along to Yoda and Beat It or Eat It and... He was so good. He came out and sang Fat in the fat suit.
With like the fat prosthetic and everything.
And then he did one song as Fat, went back, they play some video, he comes back, and they're all Amish, and he does Amish Paradise. Then one song. Then he goes back, they play some video, he comes out, Stormtroopers, Darth Vader. I mean, I couldn't believe how much work went into that show. Incredible show.
It was a cool show. But we found out why that place was so packed.
Oh, the Prim in general.
Prim, well, I don't know about all of Prim, but Buffalo Bills where we were, because they bus in everybody.
Right, it's a California. By 8 o'clock, they were all getting on buses to go back to California. I guess it's just a day trip.
Yeah, so they bus Drunky back.
Right.
So
Yeah, about 7:30, they had to get on the bus. By the way, though, really fun, killer place. I like Prim. I would go there for anything. That would be like my first choice. If there was someone playing there, and then somewhere else, I would go there just to go back. It was really fun.
Really?
Oh well, are you calling me?
No. Yeah, I actually am. We should go back. I think you should try the other spots too. Whiskey Pete's.
Yeah, I know. I loved it. I loved it a lot. So anyway, the show is at 8. It's only 10 o'clock. We drive into town. It's like, well, now what? First off, we're starving. We haven't eaten since El Segundo. We literally had not eaten since El Segundo.
That was full though. That was a lot of food.
I was, and so we're starving. So we're like, well, there's a couple punk bands we want to see. We'll get to that in a minute. But so we said, let's go to Stakeout, little place across from the college. And it's what's that, a little place? It's kind of a dive bar.
The address, Stakeout. It's on 4800 South Maryland.
Right across from the college. Now, again, listen to me, fellas. If you like girls, this is the place for you.
This place was packed.
It was packed, and now these were not ladies. These were girls.
Oh, yeah, these were very young girls.
Sexy co-eds gone wild. Yeah, very, very much like
and
that.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, I mean, lots of, that crowd. But hey, if you like sexy co-eds, and I know I do, it was full of them. And people, now they got 50-cent pool upstairs. They're supposed to have the best Philly in town. You've had it.
I've had it, but I don't.
But we didn't know it was supposed to be good, so we weren't paying attention.
And I also don't have anything else to compare it to.
Oh, true. Well,
so
now I know that the big thing
judge.
when I was reading about them on Yelp is everybody said, the Philly is great, and you can get it with Boca. I guess if you don't like
must be the vegetarian version.
But if you're a vegetarian, don't order a Philly cheesesteak.
Don't order anything with steak in the name.
Yeah, because there was something with steak, just don't even bother. But anyway, so we loved it.
Grab some food there.
We ate there.
Cheap drinks,
very
cheap food.
Very just good. We got a couple PBRs. I think they were $2.
Can't beat that.
I got the chicken fingers that were so hot I couldn't eat them and I ate them anyway. But we were really hungry.
Starving.
So from there, right up the block to Motor City Cafe. Brand new place that opened up right behind, on Restaurant Row, right behind Buca de Beppo. If you know where Buca de Beppo is and Morton's Steakhouse, it's literally right.
It's parallel to Restaurant Row. It's kind of behind a little bit.
But not really. I mean, if you parked at Buca de Beppo, it's right there. I mean, you don't have to walk. It's in that shop. There's right behind Buca de Beppo and Morton's Steakhouse. There's
another row.
There's a donut / Mexican food place. There's a Indian / foot massage joint and a total punk rock place that serves pizza. Right in the middle of that. People talk about Double Down. There's a lot of places in town, but this is one of those hidden gems.
I don't think many people know about it yet.
Killer bands. I mean, but this is total punk rock.
It's got a pizza place inside that's pretty good.
Yeah, we've had it. It's cash only. It's cheap as dirt. They serve pizza. You will get some kind of fluids on you. Might be spittle, might be something out of the other end. I don't know, but there's sweat and crap flying everywhere. I mean, this is a punk rock, noisy. They spilled beer on the PA. Sorry, dude. Blah, 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 blah. But it's just like, who cared?
Yeah.
It was awesome. And we've been there several times. It's one of our late night spots that we'll hit on the way home. And
we'll just usually just like drive by, see if people are there, and if they are, we'll go in.
Yeah, really when you pull up,
they don't have nights every single night, but
well, Fridays and Saturdays. Yeah. And there was 2 great bands that I wish I knew the name of. And we knew 2 of the guys in the first band, and they were great. And I never asked them who they were. We're like, yeah, oi! And then they left. Like, oh, whatever. And so
like, you're good.
You're good. Dude, whatever. It was such a cool place. And in fact, that it's like I said, it's one of those hidden gems. If you like the punk rock, but like real punk rock, Double Down is too. But it's not so, the tourists don't know about this. They do now.
Yes.
I love it. Let's go there on Friday, Saturday. It's killer.
So get the pizza. It's very good.
The pizza's good. So we went high to low. We went cooking class, it was so lovely hanging out with you, my wife. That was so great. To just spit punk rock thing at the end of the day. That Saturday was just insane. Then Sunday, we had to get up for the Ren Fair. But we're not even talking about that. That was just a whole other thing.
The Boulder City Ren Fair.
The Boulder City Ren Fair. So we had to get up again at 9 o'clock and get out to the Ren Fair. So, which they
That was fun.
They held in a parking lot this year, so it wasn't quite.
Yeah, it was like a desolate, barren wasteland.
Yes.
It's kind of cool in retrospect, but.
But anyway, so that was our adventure. But now, heard enough from us. Let's move on. Hear from you guys. Hey, bartender.
Okay.
So, here's what we hear from you.
And we're back.
And we're back. Give us this email is so informative that I'm just gonna sit back and listen.
Oh, I thought you were going to do your what's what next.
It's Hey Bartender.
Oh, let me fan myself. It's a little warm in here.
Well, shooting that tequila will do that to you.
Okay. This one's from Rob W. from Duncan, BC.
BC stands for British Columbia, not Baja California.
Thank you for that one. Okay.
I didn't know that because I used to see license plates that said BC on them. And I always thought, that's a pretty crappy car for Canada. And everybody, it's Baja California. Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is a long email, but it's a pretty good one.
All right.
Hey, Dave and Alicia. Love, love, love Pub Crawl. Been watching for at least a year and never miss an episode.
Well, there you go.
I think you guys are awesome, too. Thanks. As you probably already surmised from the subject line, I'm Canadian. Can't be helped. I was born there.
How would we know from the subject line? Did he misspell it? Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
I was born there, and it's too late to change that now. I'm also a huge Vegas fanatic, and my wife and I would move there in a heartbeat if we could.
Come on out.
I realized that for many reasons not known to me, you guys seem to have a bit of an anti-Canadian thing. It's okay, so do I at times.
You have no idea, Rob.
But I must admit that I don't like hearing that it must be assumed that being a bad tipper is synonymous with being Canadian, or vice
little
versa.
backstory. Last week, the drunk term was Canadian.
2 weeks ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, and the drunk term was...
It was last week?
Yeah.
Oh, how
And the
soon I
drunk term was
forget.
Canadian, which meant
Definitely last week.
bad tipper. Now, we don't invent these drunk terms, by the way.
We invent
I
some,
mean, to our
but-
credit,
but that one
was that was just a term that we heard and read. That that's just what it's called.
it's out there, man. We can't help
Not
it.
us. We're just.
Spreading the truth.
I don't know the difference.
Okay, so he's going to address this. But I must admit, I don't like hearing it, that it must be assumed, okay, I said that, or vice versa. I've been hearing that the Canadian bad tipper thing, I've been hearing it for about 30 years now.
Oh, but it's not just us.
No, I like to think that even if the reputation were based in truth at one time, that it has now lapsed into urban myth territory.
Oh.
Both my wife and I are former service industry people. I used to be a cab driver, and my wife was a chambermaid and a bar waitress. I never heard it be called a chambermaid. That sounds hot.
That is. I want a chambermaid.
I want to. Have your wife move out.
Yeah.
Obviously, we tip generously and fairly whenever we're dealing with people in the service industry, whether it's in Las Vegas or anywhere else we travel, or even in our hometown. We tip everyone. And he's listing everyone they tip. Good job.
Foot massage.
Foot massage. We always tip our chambermaid at the hotel we're staying at.
Oh.
Always.
Oh, really? You said that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what a chambermaid is?
Yes.
Oh, I had a whole
Room
30
service.
story going on about
It's
it.
room service in Canada.
Oh,
in
really?
Canada. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, and the chambermaid was like, oh, I guess because you have your chamber pot and your Richard Chamberlain.
Chamberlain.
Yes. Oh, okay. That's a good name for that.
It is. Chambermaid.
Mm.
Room service.
When they go like, housekeeping, it'd be better if they went, chambermaid.
They should change that.
Come on in. Oh, they should.
I think so.
There's nothing sexy about housekeeping.
Okay. And then he's actually citing a study.
Well,
A study a while back conducted by a market research firm called Synovate on Canadian tipping habits came to this result. That study conducted by market research firm Synovate suggested that Canadians were among the world's most likely and biggest tippers. It found that 97% of Canadians regularly tip, and almost one-third tip waitstaff between 15 and 20%. 77% tip their hairstylists. That survey, which included more than 6,800 respondents in 10 countries, found that Canucks were as likely to tip as Americans by 98%, followed by the British, 84%, while only 59% of Brazilians and 31% of Indonesians usually
let's not
reward
play the race card.
good service with gratuity. And then
Indonesians. Huh?
Indonesians.
What's
So
Indonesian?
David. So he's saying here, maybe a Brazilian should be the proper drunk term for a bad tipper rather than the name of a bikini waxing.
But who's afraid of a Canadian and who's afraid of a Brazilian?
Right.
You know what? To be honest with you,
They
if I
know.
had a Canadian
They know
man-
capoeira.
Yeah. If I had a Canadian mad at me or a Brazilian mad at me, I'll go for the Canadian.
Nah.
Brazilians are.
But thank you for that email. That was
No, you're
very.
right.
I didn't know that. That's
You're
very
right.
informative.
No, like I said, we didn't invent it. That was a term that we read.
And it's
We
not
brought
the
that up
first
to a
time we
couple
heard it.
bartenders, and they gave us other names, but we can't say on the air.
Yeah.
Bad tempers. But just
Other.
to say,
They
weren't
were.
Canadian.
They were slang.
Yeah, but we can't. But they weren't Canadian. So that was just a term we heard. But no, it's good to know. So Canadians do tip.
Apparently so.
There you go.
Almost as much as Americans.
No, as much as
98%.
We're even.
98.
And even more than Brits.
That's right.
We have a couple friends in the industry, and they say Indians. Not so good. Is that Indonesian?
No.
Okay. I was denying. I was kind of. We have a chat room, actually. Question.
Well, I think we're
gonna. War with Canada.
Yeah, it's gonna be a war, and that's a war I don't really want to see.
Blame Canada.
Blame Canada.
Yeah, we don't want to. It's like they're just such an easy target. I always say, you could throw stones up, but you can't throw them down. It's not fair. Like if you're turning, say your friend who's younger than you is turning 30, you can make fun of them because they're younger than you. But if someone's older than you and turning 40, you don't make fun of that. That's mean. You know what I mean? You can make fun going down. So Canadians can make fun. We can make fun throwing up, just not down.
Canada, America's hat.
Oh, see, you're going to get a lot of emails to Alicia at Pub Crawl. It's a toque, by the way. Sorry, Robbie, open the door.
I know, sorry,
You
man.
open the door. Sorry. I think we have another chat room, actually.
We love you.
No, we do. No, and we love Canadians that come down here and spend your funny money down here. We love it. No, now it's okay. Now I'm just
Okay, we just gotta stop.
He did address the Caesar, which we're going to address.
Yeah.
I think we're going to make a Caesar. So, Rob, we're saving your email for maybe next week or the week after because we want to address the Caesar issue. Caesar's a Bloody Mary in Canada, which it's got clam.
Which nobody can. We always hear Canadians ordering it at bars.
And no one knows what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going to have one and talk about it.
And I think we're gonna compare it against a Bloody Mary and see.
There you go.
See what's the diff.
So, that's enough from that. So, let's get on to our last segment, which is normally last call, but we're switching it up. This is one of the weeks where we're doing What's What on Pub. Oh, What's What on Pub Crawl. This is where we kind of give you a little bit of information. You know what?
What?
As of March 21st, 2003, the largest slot machine jackpot ever. Did you see that?
No.
Ever. It was won at Excalibur, $39 million. The person who won it was 25 years old, and they put $100 in the machine. That's $1.5 million a year till they're 50, or he's 50. 25-year-old won a $39 million jackpot at Excalibur.
Oh, I heard the last half of that on the radio driving home today.
Well, half ain't gonna
Wow, I didn't know that.
Can you imagine
That's
that?
awesome.
I just saw that today. I'm like, $39 million on Megabucks. We always say Megabucks is the way to really lose your money really fast, but there's always those big jackpots. Does the Hilton still have that like $7 million? Oh no, the whole town of the Triple Diamond had some huge jackpot. But that's the biggest ever, was won last month.
That is awesome.
Actually, actually it says 2003. Why am I reading that now?
I don't know.
That was in the paper.
I don't know. These are your news tidbits.
Also, something close to our heart. Got to show the picture. A woman collapsed to unconsciousness at the Heart Attack Grill. Another one. That's 2 people down. We're taking them down, man. We're taking them down.
1, 2, 3. So that's the triple
That's the
bypass.
triple bypass. The guy had the heart attack about 2 months ago eating the quadruple bypass. This woman passed out doing a double bypass.
Oh, just a double?
Just a double. That was a triple. That's a triple. That's 3 patties on it.
Is that the server? She's real skinny.
Well, she doesn't eat there.
She needs to eat a couple of those.
Well, you know what's funny? I got to side with the owner on this because, you know what? If you go into the Heart Attack Grill right on Fremont Street and you have a heart attack from eating a hamburger, it's not that hamburger that did it. Because, I mean, someone that's totally in shape can go in there and eat a hamburger and not have a heart attack. it's not, you know what I mean? Maybe it might be the straw that broke the camel's back, but believe me, the camel probably shouldn't have been eating burgers for a long time before that one. But what I thought was funny was last year the company's 600-pound spokesmodel died, and they were 29 years old. At 29, their spokesmodel, 600 pounds, died. That's funny.
I still think the owner, he hates fat people.
Little bit of a backstory on that.
I've been saying that for years.
Before they opened up here in town, Heart Attack Grill, they're from Arizona. We saw them on the Food Network or Travel Channel or something. And you saw it. You've got like a sixth sense. You saw the anger in his eye. He's a doctor, a former doctor. And you saw when he was talking about the restaurant, you're like, he wants to kill fat people.
I think he really does.
You said that. You're
and
like, he's got a...
And legally, I mean, he makes them sign a waiver when they walk in, everybody.
He's got a hatred. I kind of side with you. I think he does. Like, you had an old professor that used to do this. Say, if you like this, it's because you eat too bad. Like, mad. Like,
oh, yeah, he was angry. Yeah, he would say, if you have high blood pressure, if you have acid reflux, it's because you eat too much and you're fat. And he'd, like, yell at people in the room, and it's like, jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Whoa, like he was angry.
No, so I think this guy, you agree that
yeah,
guy,
maybe he was hungry, because he was a little skinny guy.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what this guy, I think he's got that, you know what, if they come in and die, so what? Like, ooh.
Yeah, so what? I'm trying to teach them a lesson. It's like,
I've never had it. We're planning on going in there. We'll probably split a single bypass because you do know that the quadruple is 10,000 calories. 10,000 calories for the quadruple.
No, I can't. Or even what are the fries? The flatliner fries?
Yeah, flatliner fries.
I wonder how many calories for one flatliner fry.
So it's pretty bad news, but I'll go.
I'll just have a bite.
We'll get single and we'll split it. The single's probably not any worse than the other. Well, a little worse, but not bad. We'll probably get 1,000 each, probably a 2,000 calorie burger. Not bad.
Yikes.
I could afford it. Look at this. Anyway.
Then you have another one here.
Oh.
At noon on, was it Monday?
Last Monday.
April 30th. O'Shea's Casino closed its doors. Sad news.
They closed their doors. They're done.
And they imploded the parking garage,
on Tuesday or Wednesday night. Tuesday night. Monday or Tuesday night.
Yeah, like 1:30 in the morning or something.
Yeah, O'Shea's is gone. Well, they're not... Well, the building, they're just remodeling. It's not like they're going to implode it. They're just remodeling it. So that was our what's what.
They're making the way for something new, I'm sure.
How?
It's that time.
It is. Thank you, live studio audience!
Thank you, live chat room!
Live chat room! I'm going to say an extra special thank to those of us north of the border in Canada. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you, Canadians. Thank you.
Yes, Canadians.
Go, Canada!
By the way, are there any Canadians still left in the playoffs? Hockey players, anybody know? If they are, let's hope that they win. But I know the Senators are out. I don't know if there's any Canadian teams left in the playoffs. But if there are, I'll give a little, hey. So remember, Pub Crawl at Vegas Video Network, pubcrawl at vegasvideonetwork.com is our email address. Twitter, we're the LV locals. That means Las Vegas locals.
It does.
The whole network is Vegas Video Network. What else we got? Roku, all the rage.
KSHP.
KSHP, 1400 a.m. every Saturday here in Las Vegas. Saturdays at noon o'clock.
Noon o'clock. Oh, and next Saturday we're going to be this Saturday.
Oh, we're going to be at the Las Vegas Hilton. Former Las Vegas
Cinco
Hilton.
de Mayo. This is the Tequila and Beer Tasting Festival. So if you guys are there,
if you're in town, go to the LVH on Saturday. All the tequila and beer tasting you can handle. So remember, we do urge you to drink responsibly, whatever that may mean. And we do not leave stuff... Oh, no, we do not make stuff up, but we do leave stuff out. Until next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.